Once you've started to put time into sketching out your characters, you can start moving on to the environment that is going to be around them. Taking time to think about where your environment is, where your characters are going to be, how they interact with the environment around them. The environment can be something as simple as a white background, or it can be an entirely fantastical, drawn out fantasy world. There are a lot of different options, and you can do a lot with minimal drawings and just sort of accents or illusions to things in the background. But if you want to go for it and create sort of a more holistic and fantastical environment and world for which your story to take place, this would be the time for you to start sketching it out. And you would sketch it out in the exact same way that you would sketch out your characters. Take time to think about what kind of elements you want in the world around you, in the world that your story will take place. Focusing on things like objects or interactions that your characters might have with the world around it. Is it going to be indoors? If you're talking about architecture or cars or buildings, at what time does this take place? Is it in modern day? Is it something that happened in the past? Is it in nature? Is it going to be in a jungle or a forest or a desert? All of these things kind of give you an unlimited scope and an unlimited opportunities for capturing your story. And that can be overwhelming sometimes, but when you sketch through it and you work through it, and even if you start with the most simple things, and then as you get more comfortable sort of building out, the important thing to remember is that the focus should be on your characters. Typically, the characters are carrying the story. They're the ones talking, they're the ones interacting. So if you have a very busy background, sometimes that can be distracting, depending on the mood of your story, depending on how you're sort of carrying it forward. Sometimes it's better to have a more simple environment than it is to have something where it's so complicated that your characters somehow get lost.